But don't worry, the president is so very serious about classified documents. The White House making sure that you know that. The press secretary saying at least 28 times between Wednesday and Friday. Watch.
He said he takes classified documents and information seriously. He takes classified documents very seriously. He takes classified information and materials seriously. He takes classified documents and information very seriously. He takes this very seriously. He takes this very seriously. The president takes this very seriously. The president takes this very seriously. The president takes very seriously, very seriously, very seriously, very, very seriously.
I take classified documents and classified materials seriously.
Well, hello out there. How's everybody doing? Is everybody fake conservative in New York? Christopher Wright. Here to mention another of my momentous walk and talk videos. First and foremost, I kind of want to get directly to the subject today. I don't want to speak for too long. I want to talk about this elephant in the room here, and that's a gentleman by the name of Damar Hamlin, who's he's a safety on the Buffalo Bills, who was seriously injured yesterday playing football. And what happened was, if you guys didn't see it, he was making a tackle yesterday on the opposing team, and while making the tackle, he was hit in the chest by the opposing team's running back. And when it happened, he popped up like he was okay, and then kind of stood there for a split second, looked like he was in a daze, and then fell and passed out and went into cardiac arrest. So they had to get the EMTs on the field immediately and do CPR on the field in order to restore the man's heartbeat. So it was very serious, very, very serious. And to be honest with you guys, I wasn't even watching the game. I was with a friend, and she ended up getting a call from her mother, who told her what was going on, and then we tuned in to see what was going on. So I've never in my life, I've been watching football like I used to ever since the whole Kaepernick kneeling situation, but I haven't been. It's been on and off for years now, ever since that incident. And when this happened and I went and tuned in, it was kind of just frightening to watch, man, because of my years of watching football, I've never seen an injury on that magnitude. I've seen players with concussions, I've seen players with neck injuries, but not having a cardiac arrest on the field. So it's to address the elephant in the room here. I know people are wondering what's going on. It wasn't like a bad hit. I've seen worse hits and people didn't get hurt like that. And the people are saying, what about, was it the shot? And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if it was. And I'm not, it's early on, I'm praying for the young man. I said my prayers for him. Hope the best for him and his family right now through this very dramatic time that they're going through. But I be realistic at the same time and say, could that be the cause of what happened? And that's what people got to look at. I mean, if you look at not just football, but look at professional soccer. I remember the whole past couple years when it comes to soccer, there's been all these professional soccer players just dropping dead on the field. And that's never been seen in soccer. And I'm not a soccer fan. I'm not a soccer player. I played football growing up, played basketball growing up. Both require a lot of athleticism, a lot of stamina for both sports. But I played around with soccer with friends like that who played. And it takes a lot, take the wind out of your lungs, put it that way. It's a lot of stamina required to play soccer. And for these guys to be on a professional level, that well trained, just to be dropping dead on the field like that from heart attacks, never in my life have seen it. And this is what's been going on in a lot of professional sports lately. And I have a feeling that we're going to start seeing this, God forbid, in NFL professional football as well. So my question is this to the American people, to the National Football League, is what are you guys going to do when it starts occurring? Are you going to just sweep it on the rug, act like it's normal for a 20-something-year-old to have heart attacks playing professional sports? Or are you going to address the elephant in the room and saying this wasn't happening until we start doing these shots? And I can't say the full name because, I'll be censored. I've already been censored for talking about saying the whole entire name. And it's just, that's how crazy it's getting. So this is getting real here, people, man. And this is, like I said, depopulation. It is what it is, man. And the people who are behind this, the Dr. Fauci's of the world, the Bill Gates of the world, they've been preaching this for a very long time. And now they are in control. And you're seeing this happening even in the United States of America. People just dying suddenly. And this is what we're dealing with, people. So, I had to speak on this matter, man. Like I said, I watching it last night, it was words could not describe, man. I seen some stuff on the football field. I seen guys get put out in stretchers with the neck and the neck brace. Not be able to get a thumbs up because they're that badly injured. And, that was frightening to watch. But yesterday, man, that was another level, man. And you had players on the sideline crying. You had, coaches crying. I respect both teams for just calling it quits and saying, no, we're not playing no more. We're done. It's over. So, because they wanted to continue playing at first because, it's playoffs. It's that time of year. But these guys said, nah, we're not doing it, and both opposing teams. And I respect not just that, but even the fans said, no, we're leaving this game. A lot of the fans did. And they went to the hospital where, the young man was being hospitalized at, and they were praying outside the hospital together, opposing teams' fans. And the other team was the Bengals, by the way. And so, the Bengals fans were out there, with the Bills fans praying for this young man. And when they were questioned about it, they said it's bigger than football, which it is. It is. It's bigger than just a sport, what happened to that young man. And I respect both teams' fans for coming together and putting sports aside for that moment to put life before that. Because at the end of the day, I love sports. I love professional sports, especially. But life is more important than that, man. You got to put God first, man, and they put God first. And we always talk about, the whole taking the knee thing. Chris, what's the big about taking the knee? I have a very big problem with that because one, it's disrespectful to America. And two, this is why we need to have taken a knee for real reasons, for God, putting God first. And you saw the players got in the middle of the field together and took a knee and prayed over this man's life. That's when you take a knee, when it's about God. That's what it's about, not just for your freaking own little clout chasing, just me moment like Kaepernick. But this is when you do it. So much respect for the teams for stopping that game and the players for, putting the competition aside for that moment to put this young man's life as a priority as it should have been. So, I'm going to be out here talking about this, man, because I have a really bad feeling, unfortunately. This is going to be just the beginning of a lot of situations very similar to this, where these young people having cardiac arrest. They're already talking about it outside of professional sports. You got young kids, 12, 13 years old, elementary school students having cardiac arrest, and the media is trying to normalize it like that's a normal thing. There's nothing normal about young people having heart attacks like this. So, just keep this young man in your prayers like I'm going to continue doing, folks. And y'all keep doing what you're doing. But like always, one last thing I forgot to mention, Damar Hamlin was able to regain his heartbeat after giving CPR on a football field. But he's at the hospital, like I mentioned earlier in the video. He has the next 14 to 28 hours would be very important to him because it determines if he'll be able to take him off the ventilator and breathe on his own or not. So keep him in his prayers because the next 14 to 28 hours will be very important. And when it comes to this young gentleman's life. So like I said, God bless everybody out there listening. May God bless the United States of America. Peace out.